reporter Viwe Mtila is on the scene for us. Viwe, can you just either show us visuals if you can, or just paint a picture of what you're seeing right now?
Well, a lot of questions, Annika, as Mmabatho Palms Resort, one of the oldest resorts in South Africa, went up in flames. Now, just to answer some of those questions is the newly elected Premier Bushy Mape. Premier, first day on the job, already at it. What's the extent of the damage inside here?
The damage is extensive. I cannot give you the damage in terms of cost, but just layperson's inspection of the premises. One can say that the damage is quite extensive, just on the basis of inspection. I want to say that I was, I don't live very far from here. So last night smoke was getting into my nostrils, and I just wondered what was happening. And this morning I was informed that there was a fire here at Mmabatho Palms. And I then interacted with the relevant officials in government and in the police, and they confirmed that yes, there was a fire at Palms. And I'm now here in the company of the mayor of Mahikeng, and we went through the premises. Yeah.
Premier, I think more importantly, are there any injuries or fatalities?
The report I got from the police is that there are no casualties, there were no fatalities.
Okay, you're meeting with the mayor. It is quite extensive. We've seen the drone footage ourselves. Totally collapsed the entire roofing of the resort itself. It's one of the oldest. What's going to be done going forward?
You know, I think I have interacted with the management here. They indicated that their CEO will be here at 12 o'clock. So I think it's better for us to wait for the CEO. He'll be in a position to answer some of these questions. So I'm inviting you to this briefing that we'll have after 12 with the CEO. Then some of the more specific details will be given to you. But I must say that as a resident of the Northwest, this is a very unfortunate happening. This is, a flagship for our province, this hotel. It plays a very critical role in terms of tourism. This hotel has been here for many, many years, and it employs people here in our province, in our city. And so this is serious damage to our intentions to grow the economy and to employ more people. But the press briefing will be given later at 12, and your specific questions will be responded to by the management, and by that time we'll have, I think, more information as to the number of people and so on, and what are the plans and so on.
Okay, thank you very much, Premier. Just quickly, a word with the mayor as well. Mayor, I have to get your sense on the devastation of this, what was the pride of the Mahikeng and the Northwest.
Thank you very much. Let me greet the Honorable Premier and the viewers. I got a call at about 3 o'clock in the morning that there's a fire burning here at the hotel. I had to wake up and look for the firefighters to come and rescue the people here. But like the Premier said, I think all the briefings will be at 12 o'clock this afternoon, today, midday, where we'll get all the information. That's what actually happened. But we want to say we thank God because there's no one who got injured up to now. We haven't got any report that there are injuries or deaths.
Okay, thank you, Mayor.
The Minister said there was no alarm.
That's why the Premier says we'll get all the information at 12 o'clock from the management.
Okay, Mayor, thank you very much. The Mayor as well as the Premier of the Northwest Province, just as they came out the Mmabatho Palms, just to assess the damage themselves. At this stage, no injuries or fatalities reported, but we're expecting a broader briefing later on in the afternoon, around noon, just to get the clear indication of exactly what happened, as one of the oldest resorts in South Africa, essentially a tourist destination of the Northwest Province. Mmabatho Palms went up in flames. We saw the drone images ourselves, and it's quite devastating. Basically, the whole roofing has been burnt up in flames at this stage.
Viwe, are you at the Mmabatho Palms now? Can you show us any smoke or any scenes from the actual fire, or are you too far away?
Well, it's been cordoned off at this stage, Annika. We're going to try get a bit closer to show you what we possibly best can. But even in the entrances you come in, it is manned by police, and there are those barricades here. You can't see much in terms of the fire damage from the front area here, but it's even the shape of it, some sort of a rectangular shape, where it's basically been burnt up, and the drone images that we've seen, all up in flames. Likely no one injured at this stage, but we're expecting clearer details. We hear from the CEO, who'll be able to detail exactly what happened, because now there's still a lot of questions, even from the Deputy Minister of Agriculture and Land Reform, Mmabatho Palms, saying that there were no alarm bells that went off. There were no people just to give clearer direction. She had to call up the people that she was with, awakening them to the flames, and they had to make their own evacuation out of the hotel themselves. So still a lot of questions unanswered. The Premier saying that they themselves don't have the full details. What they know at this stage is that no one's been injured as yet, no fatalities, but they're expecting that broader briefing at around 12 from the CEO to give details exactly to what happened, and possibly what will then happen to Mmabatho Palms, which we do understand is one of the oldest hotel and casino resorts in the country, and essentially one of the tourism prides of the Northwest Province.
Aviwe, we're getting visuals in now of very dramatic scenes of that hotel up in flames. I'm amazed that there are no injuries reported or deaths.
Nothing at this stage, but I guess we'll get that clearer indication once the assessment is done and we get the actual information from the management itself. We understand the CEO of the hotel. At this stage, it's the Premier that's giving us that indication, and just government officials, the Mayor here, as well as Mmabatho, the Deputy Minister of Agriculture. It's saying this stage, no fatalities. She was herself inside as those flames were burning up the Mmabatho Palm, and she says luckily all of her team got out unscathed, as well as the people then around her. She had to be taken to hospital in the early hours of the day, and now essentially we understand she's also heading back to Pretoria to get some rest, essentially, because she wasn't injured, but she was, of course, you can imagine, no sleep as those flames went up. It's basically destroying, to what we can assess, more than 80% of the hotel itself from the images that we've received exclusively.
I can see those. Thanks so much, and well done, Aviwe, for bringing us that report so comprehensively. Amazing eyewitness account there from the Deputy Minister of Agriculture, who was in the hotel, managed to escape unscathed, but we will get more details after a media conference at 12 o'clock.